Hello friends, welcome to BSS Studies. I am Bala. Yesterday we have completed speed and its types. So, in types of speed, we discussed about uniform speed, non-uniform speed, instantaneous speed. Okay, uniform means equal distance in equal interval of time. In non-uniform, unequal distance in unequal interval of time. Okay, in instantaneous speed, what is instantaneous speed? The speed in which given instant. Speed in which given instant. In speed in which given instant. And taking 1 hour as an instant. Instant is nothing but time. Fixed time. In this time I will go 60 kmph. I will go with speed 60 kmph. So this method is called instantaneous speed. So for example, I am taking 2 hours and here 80 kmph. In 2 hours, I should go 80 km per hour with constant speed. That is called instantaneous speed. Okay? The next type of speed is average speed. Average speed. The next type of speed is average speed. So what is average? If they given two or more distances and 2 or more times, so what we will do? In 2 or more distance and 2 or more times they given. So they are asking to find speed. How we will do? Average. We have to do average and we have to calculate the speed. So here V average means average speed. Average speed formula is total distance by total time. Total distance by total time. In this, total distance means 2 or more distances we have to add, and the total time means 2 or more times we have to add. Okay? So here the units is SI unit, meter per second, CGS unit, centimeter per second, bigger units, kilometer per hour. So I will explain again. So what is average speed? For example, a car is moving with 100 kmph and it travels some distance 1 kilometer and 80 kmph with 2 kilometers. Here 100 kmph 1 kilometer and 80 kmph with 2 kilometers. So they are asking what is total time. So what we will do? They given 2 speeds. We have to add and by 2. So because there are 2 speeds, we have to sum and average. So 100 plus 80. 180 by 2, 90. 90 is equals to total distance 1 plus 2, 3 kilometers. 3 kilometers by total time. So 3 transferred to this side. So 90 by 3 become 30 times. So 30 hours is the answer. Total time. Okay? This is the average speed. So in average speed, there are some cases. cases. In these cases, there are 5. In these cases, there are 5 cases. So let's see first case. In first case, unequal distances. S means distance. Unequal distances with unequal speed. Unequal distances with unequal speeds. So I am taking this is a point A and this is point B. So the distance between point A and point B is x. And the speed I am taking v. So this is middle of the middle knot. Unequal distances means I am taking this is x1 and this is x2. This is distance 1 and distance 2. So in x1 v1 is the speed and x2 v2 is the speed. So here they gave speed and distances. We have to find time. So what is the formula of time? Time is equals to distance by time. So in this T1 is equals to x1 by v1. T1 is equals to x1 by v1 and T2 is equals to x2 by v2. T2 is equals to x2 by v2. So here we have to derive formula V average. V average means average speed. What is the average speed formula? Total distance by total time. So here total distance is x1 plus x2. x1 plus x2. Okay? By total time. Here total time means t1 plus t2. So here x1 by v1 plus x2 by v2. x1 by v1 plus x2 by v2. Okay? So here x1 plus x2 by here v1 v2 LCM is v1 v2. LCM is v1 v2. v1 v2. LCM is v1 v2. So in this v1 is there, v2 is not there. So x1 into v2 we should multiply. So here LCM is v1 v2. Okay. So here they gave in this denominator v1. We should multiply v2. So in numerator also we have to multiply v2. So here x1 v2 plus here they gave denominator x2 v2. So we should want v1 v2. So multiply v1 here x2 v1. Okay. So here it should reciprocal upside. So x1 plus x2 reciprocal v1 v2 by x1 v2 plus x2 v1. x1 v2 plus x2 v1. This is the formula for unequal distances with unequal speeds. Okay, this is the formula. Okay, I am taking this equation as 1. Okay, so next formula. Equal distances and unequal speed. Here they gave equal distances and unequal speeds. So we have to substitute in equation 1 because equal distances. So what we will do? x1. I am taking equal distances as x1 x1. So substitute in this equation. So these two are equal. So x1 plus x2. 2x1 2x1 v1 v2 by here x1 x2 means both are equal. So I am taking x1 as common, v2 plus v1, v2 plus v1. So here x1 gets cancelled. So the V average formula is 2v1 v2 by v2 plus v1. This is second equation. Second formula. This is first formula and this is second formula. Note down. And the third. In third, equal distances. In first equation and second equation, we took two distances and two speeds. So we have to take in third equation equal distances. We have to take 3 and unequal speeds. Unequal speeds we have to take 3. So if I take, this is the point B and this is point A. So the distance between point A and point B is x. So they give equal distances. I am taking these 3 parts and this is x1, this is x1, this is x1 because equal distances and unequal speeds. I am taking this is v1, v2, v3. Okay? v3. So we have to find V average. We have to find V average. So here they give distances and speeds. So we have to find time because time formula is total distance by total time. So here T1 is equals to x1 by v1 and T2 is equals to x1 by v2. And here T3 is equals to x1 by v3. So now total distance x1 plus x1 plus x1, 3x1 by total time x1 by v1 plus x1 by v2 plus x1 by v3. Okay. So the LCM is V1, V2, the LCM of V1, V2, V3 is V1, V2, V3. So here 3x1 by LCM is V1, V2, V3. So here they gave V1. So we have to multiply V2, V3. So x1, V2, V3 plus here they give V2. So we have to multiply V1, V3. So x1, V1, V3 plus here they give denominator V3. So we have to multiply V1, V2. So x1, V1, V2. Okay. So now V1, V2, V3 reciprocals to 3x1. So 3x1 V1 V2 V3 by here x1 is the common, so we have to take x1 common, V2 plus V3, V2 V3 plus V1 V3 plus V1 V2. Okay, here x1 gets cancelled, so the third equation is 3v1 v2 v3 by v2 v3 plus v1 v3 plus v1 v2. This is the third formula. What? Equal distances in unequal speeds means 3v1 v2 v3 by v2 v3 plus v1 v3 plus v1 v2. Okay? This is the third formula. And fourth case. fourth case, unequal times unequal speeds. Unequal times and unequal speeds. So here I am taking, this is point B, point A. The total speed is, I am taking V. Total time is, I am taking V. So here unequal speeds means V1, here V2, and unequal times T1, T2. They didn't give distance. So we have to find V average. So the formula is total distance by total time, but they didn't give distance. So we have to find D1 is equals to T1 by V1. Sorry, T1 V1. We have to multiply. So D2 is equals to T2 V2. Okay. So here V average is equals to total distance T1 V1 plus T2 V2 by total time T1 plus T2. This is the fourth formula. Okay. Here when they give equal time, here equal time means we have to substitute in this case for easier purpose. So here equal time, so T1 is equals to T2. I am taking equal time as T1. So here T1 V1 plus T1 V1 V2 by T1 plus T1. Okay. So here I am taking T1 as common. T1 V1 plus V2 by 2T1. Okay. Here T1 gets cancelled and the formula is V1 plus V2 by 2. This is the fifth formula. When they given equal times and unequal speeds, we have to use this formula V1 plus V2 by 2. Okay. These are the some cases in average speed. For example, a bus going with a distance of 5 kilometers. Here 5 kilometers means total distance, and when the bus reaches 3 kilometers, the speed is 5 meters per second. Okay. When the bus reaches 5 kilometers, speed is 3 meters per second. So here what is V average? V average means average speed. Here unequal distances with unequal speeds. Unequal distances with unequal speeds. So here the speeds is given in meter per seconds. So we have to convert distance in meters. So D1 is equals to 3000 meters and D2 is equals to 5000 meters. So we have to find V average. What is V average formula? They given unequal distances, unequal speeds. So T1 x1 plus x2 V1 V2 by V1 plus V2. This is the formula. Then x1 plus x2 distances 3000 plus 5000 8000 meters into V1 V2 5 into 3 15 by V1 plus V2 5 plus 3 8. So here 8 table 1 times 8 table 1000 times. Okay. So here the what is V average? 15,000 meter per second. Okay. మీకు నచ్చితే ఈ వీడియో మీకు కనుక నచ్చితే ప్లీజ్ లైక్ చేయండి, షేర్ చేయండి, సబ్స్క్రైబ్ చేయండి.